What if the moment you entered this world wasn't the beginning of your existence, but merely a shift in awareness? Imagine birth not as a starting line, but as a transition, a passage within a much greater eternal flow of life. For centuries, humanity has viewed birth as the ultimate origin, the moment a soul enters a body, marking the start of life. But this perspective is shaped by cultural and societal norms that focus solely on the physical. What if this linear view of time, with birth as the beginning and death as the end, limits our understanding of who we truly are? We often think of time as a straight line, reinforcing the illusion of separation between ourselves, others, and the universe. But spiritual traditions challenge this view, presenting time not as linear but cyclical. Birth, they suggest, is not the beginning of life, but one of many transitions in an eternal process of becoming. Instead of seeing birth as a definitive start, what if it's a passage, a shift in consciousness from one state to another? Our physical bodies are vessels, temporary homes for a consciousness that transcends them. Birth, then, becomes a milestone in an ongoing process of spiritual transformation. Letting go of the notion that birth is a true beginning opens us to the idea that we are eternal beings, manifestations of consciousness that have always existed and always will. Now consider death. What if death isn't the end of your story, but simply the next chapter? From the moment we're born, we're conditioned to fear death as the final stop. Cultures often portray it as a dark, ultimate conclusion, but spiritual teachings tell a different story. Figures like Eckhart, Tolle, and Neville, Goddard suggest death is not an ending, but a transformation, a shift in consciousness that frees us from the physical and allows the soul to continue evolving. For them, death is as natural as birth, part of the same eternal flow of life. When we understand death as a transition, we free ourselves from fear. We begin to embrace it as part of the cycle of existence, not something to dread, but a doorway to the next phase of consciousness. To truly grasp the connection between birth and death, we must look beyond the illusion of separation. Teachings from Tolle and Goddard emphasize the interconnectedness of all life. They show us that what we perceive as separate events, birth, life, death, are deeply connected, part of a unified whole. Tolle's concept of living in the present moment reveals that separation is a mental construct. When we let go of this illusion, we see that life and death are part of the same flow of consciousness, continuously evolving. Goddard adds that consciousness is infinite, unconfined by our bodies or lifetimes. Birth and death, then, are not opposites but complementary aspects of the same cycle, two faces of the same coin. What lies beyond birth and death is a deeper truth, consciousness itself. Unlike our physical bodies, which age and perish, consciousness is eternal, unchanging, and ever-present. This essence, our true self, transcends time and space. The present moment teaches us that birth and death are not endpoints, but part of an ongoing, infinite process. Mindfulness allows us to see beyond the illusion of separation, helping us embrace life's beauty and unity. If this resonates with you, take a moment today to practice mindfulness. Be present and see how the interconnectedness of all things begins to unfold before you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the mysteries of life, death, and everything in between.